The resources we have available to our society are limited, including the renewable resources. And I base these statements off scientific research that currently shows that our society is utilizing resources at a rate at which our planet cannot naturally keep up with. As such, our society needs to better manage its resource usage. Because right now we waste a lot, and it's usually on needless things such as a new cell phone every year. And we, as a society, need to realize what we are using and how much we have used. And then we need to make changes based on that information in order to have our entire society benefit. Right now, according to the Worldwide Fund, or WWF, they're the guys with the panda logo, they are showing that since 1970, our planet's ecological health has degraded by 35%. And considering how long our society has been in existence, that's actually a pretty big drop in the last few years. And also according to the WWF, we are using, in order to maintain what we currently have, no improvements, no going backwards, just to keep what we have, our society needs approximately 1.6 Earths. Because right now, what we are using in a year, it takes our Earth about 1.6 years to replenish. Basically meaning it is not being replenished. So our society needs to make changes. And most people would argue that population is a big change that should be made. And right now the UN is predicting a 41% increase to that population by 2050, bringing us to about 9 billion people. That's a lot of people. However, who's to say who can and who cannot have kids? Who gets that authority and why? And either way, I believe the bigger problem is our society's need to consume. And I base that off the World Watch Institute. The information they have currently shows that we use a lot of things. Right now, just in North America and Western Europe, those two places alone account for about 12% of the population. They make up 60% of consumer spending. Whereas 33% of the population in South Asia and the Sub-Saharan Africa, they make up 3.2% of the population. While one could argue that the way we live and the way they live are completely different. They're complete opposites. But my argument is, we know what we're using now. And we know they are still building up what they have. So basically we know what they're going to be using by the time they get to where we're at. But what are we going to be using at that point? How long will the resources last if we continue to use as much as we do? And how long and how much if they're using as much as we currently do? It's just not going to last. The biggest changes should start at the individual level, because right now you have house sizes. Right now the individual is wanting more and more. Just in 2002, the houses were 38% bigger than those in 1975. They house less people. So like I said, people are wanting more, and that is a part of the problem. If changes were to be made, such as people building smaller houses or just using less things, like not buying that new cell phone every year, or not buying that new car every year that you don't truly need. If we were to make changes, I think the biggest thing that would have to change is our entire society's economy. That is currently a major flaw in our survival, because it's based on our need to consume. If changes were to be made, our society would benefit as a whole, everyone. Right now, the changes that have been made and are currently being implemented, judging by the estimated population growth, it's not going to matter, because not enough people are doing it. These changes need to be made by everyone in order to make a difference. And the benefits might not be for our generations, but they will be for later generations. In the end, our entire society must act if it is going to ensure its own survival. Population is a big threat. However, our society's need to consume is the biggest threat. We need to curb our appetite from what we are currently doing to something less. In order to do that, we're going to need to realize how much we consume, make note of it, and then change it. Make that usage more efficient. If we're going to use it, make it efficient usage. Don't waste like we do all the time right now. I'm guilty myself. And in the end, the changes we make, whether they benefit us, they will benefit the later generations. It all starts with us. Thank you.